Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we'll be talking about the highlights of economic survey. These highlights I am doing from the Hindu newspaper, a very awesome, very reputed and reliable newspaper. So make sure that you make the bullet points one by one of the highlights of economic survey, which is very important for the examination point of view, important for prelims MCQ and also for the mains examination, and to any other student or to any other person who is interested to know how the economics performing. This video gives the very first time information with regard to all the important indicators. Okay, right. So the survey says that the GDP growth rate is in the range of 6.8 to 7.2%. Okay, projected growth rate means in 2026 to 2027 means April 1st 2026 to March 31st, okay, 2027. So we are expecting that GDP will grow by 6.8 to 7.2%, whereas in the year 2025 to 2026 the same thing has been projected, okay, 7.4%. It means what, this year estimated GDP growth projections are lesser than the last year whatever we have projected. This is the one important point, please do remember. So this is the important question for the examination. What is the present estimated GDP growth according to the economic survey? 6.8 to 7.2%. Chalo. Now let us go ahead and see what is there in the kitty of us. Okay, Union Finance Minister tabled the economic survey 2025-2026 in the Parliament, both in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Okay, the survey projected GDP growth rate in the range of 6.8 to 7.2%. We have already learned it. Some important highlights. Let us see them one by one. Here are the highlights. The first advance projects real GDP growth rate and GVA growth for the financial year 2026 is 7.4% and 7.5% respectively. So advanced estimates were done, and in the advanced estimates actually we have projected 7.4% and 7.3%. Still we are unaware of that whether we have got this growth or not, because we are in the quarter 3 of 2025-2026. Okay, quarter 4 is, so we are still in the quarter 4 of the financial year. That's why still the projection is like this according to the economic survey. Potential growth for India is estimated at around 7%, while real GDP growth rate for financial year 2027 projected to 6.8 to 7.2%. So here it is survey is saying that for 2027, okay, from nothing but from 2026 to 2027, in this present year our potential growth could be 7%, whereas real GDP growth will be what, 6.8 to 7.2%, which is very nice when compared to the nominal growth rate, which is very near. Okay, central government revenue receipts rose to 9.2%. Revenue receipts of the central government are nothing but income tax, corporate tax, okay, GST. All these are what revenue receipts, which comes to the government very oftenly and regularly as a form of their operational expenses. You can say that they get it every other month, every other quarterly. Okay, those are called as short-term receivables of the governments are generally classified as what, revenues. Okay, right. Fine. So then gross non-performing asset of the banks reach multi-decadal low of 2.2%. Now banks give loans, and if the loans are not being paid by the people, then it is called as what, this bank, for banks this is the loans are the assets, because from these assets only they will earn money. If the people are not paying the loans, okay, what will happen, their asset is not performing, means the money which is given to the people, they are not getting any returns on it. Why? Because the people are not giving the banks back. Okay, that is called as what, non-performing assets. So that has come down to nearly 2.2%, which is very good, and banks are also doing a lot of scrutiny with regard to giving the loans. That's the reason very less number of loans are being given out. Okay, and that's why the non-performing assets are also decreasing. 55.02 crore bank accounts open as of March 2025 under Pradhan Mantri Jan Dhan Yojana, with 36.63 crore rural and semi-urban area. Very good. Number of unique investors crossed the 12 crore mark in September 2025, with nearly 25% being women. Okay, investors who are investing in business, 25% are there, which is like crossed 12 crores. India's share of global mercantile exports nearly doubles from 1% to 1.8% between 2005 to 2024, which is very well. It includes Congress and BJP government both periods. Okay, exports have increased double. It means global mercantile exports have also increased. Service exports touch all-time high of 3 387 dollar trillion is billion in financial year 25, growing by only 13.6%. Okay, India remains the world largest recipient of remittance. And remittance are nothing but your friends, family members sending money to the to your home and who are living in India. The remittance has also grown, which inflows reach $135 billion in financial year 2025. Very important for the examination. India's foreign exchange reserves increased to $701 billion as of January 16, 2026, providing cover for 11 months import. So if even if there is nothing we are exporting also outside, and nothing, we are not getting any dollars from outside. We are actually, let us suppose we are almost in North Korea, like closed economy. We don't do exports and imports. Okay, if suppose because of some reasons we are actually not doing any kind of exports, at that time also we are having 11 months of dollar, okay, with us to purchase the goods. So basically we will not fall into economic crisis where we are not getting the needs and wants goods. Okay, so we are having 11 months of buffer imports and 94% of external debt. Right. Domestic inflation average 1.7%. I have given a very detailed lecture with regard to inflation. Inflation is very much under control. Since many years, we are not seeing increase in the prices. Moreover, GST slabs has also been nil for various important need-based products. Okay. India's food grain production is estimated to have reached 30,577 lakh metric tons in agriculture, an increase of 254 lakh metric tons of the previous year. More than 4 lakh crore has released to eligible farmers under Pradhan Mantri Kisan. Okay, means that is a Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi Yojana, in which is a financial support scheme to the farmers, under which 4 lakh crore has been released. Viksit Bharat Gramin G is a comprehensive statutory overhaul of Manrega. Manrega is now renamed as VG Ramji name, aligning rural employment with long-term vision of Viksit Bharat. Okay, but this is off period is it, which is not liked by the government, by the opposition especially. Manufacturing GVA grew by 7.72%, which is important, and 9.13% in quarter 2. Quarter 3 data we don't have because we are in the quarter 3. Production linked incentive schemes across 14 sectors have attracted over 2 lakh crore rupees of investment. Government generating incremental production sales exceeding 18.7 lakh. So if you earn more, government will give you more subsidy. That is the theme of the production linked incentive. You produce more, will give you more subsidy or incentive. So when you produce more, what will happen? You require more manpower. More manpower will generally create what? More employment. That is what the government wants here with the help of this scheme. India's semiconductor mission, which is very important for our sustainability with regard to electronics, has advanced domestic capabilities. Within 10 projects of about 1 lakh crore of investment has come under it. High-speed corridors increased nearly tenfold from 550 kilometers to 5,364 kilometers for the financial year 26 up to December. Okay, very good. And 3,500 kilometer of new railway line also we have laid. That is also famous. Last mile connectivity that we are increasing. India is the world's third largest domestic aviation market, with the number of airports increasing from 74 to 164 number of airports. So we are now middle class also able to travel. That is very good because Udan scheme is there. Historic turnaround for discoms, means distribution companies, electricity, recording the positive PAT of 2,701 crore. So nowadays the electric companies which are suffering from a chronic non-profitability, now they are also getting profits. Okay, India ranks third globally in overall renewable energy and installed solar capacity according to the survey. India became the fourth nation to achieve autonomous satellite docking SpaceX capability. Okay, that is also one of the important event with regard to the space technological advancement. Gross enrollment ratio of the students stands as 90%. 90.3, 90.3, 90.9, 90.3 and 78 at upper and primary and stages. Nothing but the number of students who are enrolling. We are not talking about here dropouts, only who are enrolling. India now has 23 IITs, 21 IIMs and 20 AIMs. Okay, alongside the establishment of 2 international IIT campuses in Zanzibar and Abu Dhabi also we have. India accelerated maternal and child mortality reduction program since 1990. mortality outpacing global averages. We are doing very well with regard to decreasing the child mortality and maternal mortality. As of January 2026, the e-Shram portal, which is very important for the unorganized workers, has successfully registered over 31 crore unorganized workers, 54 being women. So they will get all the benefits. They will get the ID card, like a unique code they will get, with the help of which they can avail a lot of benefits from the government. Vacancies mobilized, okay, in the National Career Service portal exceeded 2.8 crores in financial year 25 and have already crossed 2.3 crores by September. Okay, multi-dimensional poverty index is measured by Niti Aayog, shows a decline from 55.3% in 2005 to 6 to 11.28, again taking both Congress and BJP government. Survey proposes disciplined Swadeshi for strategic resilience. So a calibrated three-tier strategy that builds critical capabilities, reduces input cost, strengthens advanced manufacturing, and progress from the self-reliance to the strategic indispensability. Means we should be so good with regard to the strategy, with regard to the important areas of the social and economic development, that we don't need to depend on anyone, and we should be indispensable. Means no one can replace us in this particular domain. We should achieve that level of expertise, that level of self-reliance. Then only it's possible that we don't need to depend on any other country. But there are some resources like natural resources which is not in our hand, like crude oil, etc., for which we have to always depend. That's a major problem of issue also. I hope this is all clear to you. Take care. Do join my classes, test recent mentorship. Have a nice day. Bye bye. Okay. Don't waste even 1 second of your like preparation. Keep hustling.